Welcome to episode 494 of Apartment Hacker. This is Mike Burnett, Apartment Hacker. It is my mission to tease out human potential in the multifamily space. So shout out to Chris Larson, newest member of the Apartment Hacker community. Thanks for participating, and I look forward to engaging with you at some point. If you have any questions or things you'd like to see on future episodes, please send those my way through a message or an email or whatever mechanism suits you. Today I want to talk about another topic that Lee Schaefer, our Director of Operations for the Carolinas and Florida here at Ratco Residential, brought up during a recent visit that we had together. And it is, she was talking about a time where she had rented a car here recently, last couple of days, at an enterprise, and the gentleman behind the desk was very, very assertive in asking for feedback and how the experience was going for Lee. And at some point in the conversation or the exchange, he said, I want to get promoted. I want to get promoted really quickly. I want to get in here and learn everything that I can, and I want to be promoted. What is your advice? And her advice, which would be my advice also, is that, hey, look, slow down. I think everyone in their 20s, it's not a millennial thing, right? It's not a youthful or youngster thing. It's an everybody thing. I can remember when I was in my 20s and I wanted to be the property manager before I spent any time being the leasing consultant or any time being the assistant manager. I just thought I was ready. Hey, how hard could that be? I mean, I've watched that person for 2 hours. I could do that. When the reality is that you need time to experience things, stuff and things, adversities, employee relation activities, a fire in your community, dare I say, some kind of shooting. I mean, just any kind of crazy activity that takes place in an apartment community. You need to experience that before you can suggest that you're ready to be a manager or a leader in those circumstances. You need to see that stuff. You need to see how people respond in the moment to those types of adversities. Now, that's not to suggest that there aren't people in the world that are they just come out pre-wired to handle adversity or to handle any sort of circumstance in the right way, right? Or in a leadership-oriented way. There are people like that in the world, but not the vast majority. Vast majority are not wired like that. You have to actually spend time seeing things and getting your gut sensitized before you can actually move into the role and actually make decisions based on the pressures in the moment. So the advice to anybody who wants to be the manager tomorrow is patience. You have to be patient, and there's no other answer for that. You have to be patient. You have to spend the time to master your current position, but more importantly, you have to see a lot of stuff. My encouragement to you is go to the tough properties, go to the tough assets, go to the tough assignments if you're outside of the multifamily industry, and see as much as you can, and get your nose in as much as you can so that you can gain that knowledge that's really much more important than mastering the skills of your position, which is important, but not what is the most important aspect. So take care. We'll talk to you again soon.